Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your December 2016 General Tarot Forecasts. And this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I just want to apologize for these being a little late. I've been struggling with my voice, and so it's making it difficult for me to do readings. But I hope that the readings still get to you in due time, and I appreciate your patience. And of course, be sure to watch your moon and rising sign readings for additional messages and get a bigger picture as to what may be coming up for you in the month. And if you're interested, I encourage everyone to check out the New Year special running and the raffle still open. And all the links that you need are in the description box below. Okay, so Capricorn, let's have a look at what the month is about for you. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. So with the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, this can be an actual person that you're dealing with this month or that you're focused on this month. If this is a person, then they would be an air sign, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. When we're dealing with kings, it usually talks about male figures, but in very general readings, it could be both male or female, okay? And this King of Swords person can be our focus in the month. This King of Swords person could be our partners, it can be our boss, it can be someone we're trying to impress. It can be someone we are waiting for news from, okay, with this energy. The King of Swords as energy also talks about communication, so perhaps waiting for communication to come in or a lot of communication happening this month. It could also be research or study, reading, pay attention to details, and it can also be working really hard to understand things or to get a clear head is something that is also coming up with this energy. So in your present situation, let's have a look at what we have. And these are really small cards and sometimes they're difficult to pick up, but I enjoy them, so there we go. In your present situation, we do have the Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, it would make sense that you're trying to get a clear head. The Seven of Cups talks about being in a state of daze, confusion, not really knowing what's going on, a bit of passive energy where we're just thinking, we're just contemplating, we're not planning anything, we're not acting on anything, we're just looking at things or thinking about things, fantasizing about things. The Seven of Cups can also be looking at options, whether it's to do with your love life or your business or your financial situation. Okay, the Seven of Cups talks about contemplating your options, but the tendency with the Seven of Cups is to, really go out there and kind of lose touch with reality a little bit. And so that creates the confusion, all right? And this is what is going on in your current situation. You may have too many options, you feel overwhelmed. You're trying to look for options because you feel like you don't have any, or things are just confusing for you at this time, and it could be something to do with your emotions that is making you feel confused. It is crossed by the Queen of Wands. So with this Queen of Wands, it can be a fire sign person helping you or hindering you, helping you with the confusion or causing the confusion. This would be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This could be a boss for you. It could be something to do with your career, with your business. It could be that you're trying to figure out a way to market yourself better, and that's what you're contemplating. It could be that you're talking to this person about how to create more opportunities for yourself or how to expand or grow your business, if that's what you're focused on. This could also be a friend for you that's trying to help you look for options, or this trying to help you clarify things for yourself, or someone presenting you with offers. So maybe a love partner or a love interest presenting you with offers. And for those of you, this feels like, especially if it's a love partner, it feels like online communication or over the phone communication where you're not face to face and you can only imagine what the other person is doing. Could also be coming up with this card or these cards. And the foundation for why things are the way they are, we have the Knight of Cups. With the Knight of Cups, this is an offer that was made to you that got you to where you are, okay? And it could have been a love offer, getting you to the point where you're contemplating it and you're envisioning it and thinking about what it could be. And it could come from a water sign as well, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or it just shows up as cups to talk about the emotional nature of this offer. And it can also be with job, okay, with your career sector, and this offer would be something that you're very, very happy about, that brings you emotional fulfillment. And this can also be traveling that is significant, or even moving. That could be coming up. This is something you've wanted to do, and perhaps with the Seven of Cups now you're looking at your options, you're looking at the possibilities, and this Queen of Wands person could be a realtor, okay? It could play out like that for some of you. And for in the recent past, we have another 7. We have the 7 of Wands. So in the recent past with the 7 of Wands, you have made a choice. And so now I feel that you're thinking about, okay, what happens next? What do I do from here? You may have accepted a job and you were the successful applicant or the successful candidate that beat out the competition. With this card, for those of you, this card talks about standing your ground, taking matters into your own hands, establishing some ground rules, some structures, some foundations in terms of how people interact with you or how people contact you. It could be something like that. And it could be that with the 7 of Cups, you're wondering how this is received. You're not sure how this is received. The 7 of Wands can also be just coming out of a really, really busy time where you had to stay on top of everything. You had a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, or a lot of people asking you to do a lot of different things to support them, to help them, to guide them as well. It may also be, you know, some sort of verbal exchange. It doesn't feel like a big conflict, but it could have been someone challenging you or challenging what you were doing and you having to stand up for yourself. And so now with the 7 of Cups, maybe you're confused. Maybe this was this fire person challenging you, and so now you're confused whether or not you can trust this fire sign person. In your crowning thoughts, we have the 10 of Swords. So with the 10 of Swords in your crowning thoughts, you're definitely contemplating ending something. Okay, you're contemplating walking away from a difficult situation, a situation that does not serve you, a situation that you've been in for quite some time and it's just not good for you, it's not healthy. It's just holding you back, pinning you down in a negative space, really, okay, with this 10 of Swords. This could be an overbearing boss at work and you received another job offer from a different place, and you're contemplating it, and perhaps you're worried about having to tell your boss about this because you anticipate conflict. For others of you, this could be you're thinking about ending the way you see love, or the way you look for love, or what you look for in a partner. I feel like your mindset is changing a little bit and you're ready to make a change, or you're anticipating or daydreaming about a new beginning with this fire sign person or this air sign person with this energy. But with the 10 of Swords, you're definitely ready to walk away from something that has been long lasting and difficult and start fresh and make it more about you rather than everyone else, okay, is what I'm picking up on with that card. In your near future, so for some of you this is about your job, your career. In your near future, we have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is a new job, starting a new job, okay. Changing careers could also be coming up with this card, and going for something you're more passionate about. You could dedicate yourself to a lot easier, something that could give you emotional fulfillment and money at the same time, okay, something that would give you satisfaction and a sense of pride in what you do with this energy. The Ace of Wands can also be a new relationship that's very, very passionate, perhaps with this fire sign. Okay, so again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, because this is a very general reading. But you're definitely starting this new beginning that you've been contemplating, okay, and this is around the second week or mid-month type energy with this Ace of Wands. You're definitely having this beautiful new beginning. This could also be starting your business if that's what you've been contemplating, and walking away from your 9-to-5 type jobs, starting your own business. This is something you're very passionate about. This is something to do with the creative field, with the arts, with writing, with anything to do with, you know, the artistic field. Writing, painting, cookbooks even could be coming up with this energy. Traveling, teaching, anything like that could be coming up with this Ace of Wands if you're considering starting your own business. But you're definitely headed towards a new beginning. with this Ace of Wands situation. That is something you're very passionate about. Once again, it sparks creativity in you and it sparks passion, and it will bring more opportunities as you move forward. In the position representing you, we do have the Sun. So with the Sun, you're definitely working hard on bringing things back to you. I feel that you may have been trying to please everyone. Okay, you've been wearing a lot of different hats to be able to mesh with everyone or fit in everyone's little box for you. And I feel like it's been very draining, very exhausting. You've put your dreams, your plans on hold, and I feel like you're saying, you know what, it's time for me to go back to me. This is you, your energy. This is yourself, your ego, your dreams, your goals, what makes you happy. Okay, it's all about the self with the Sun card. For those of you, the Sun card could talk about a focus on children that you're working towards with this energy. And it could be that you're contemplating children with this fire sign person, and the Eight of Wands could be new life. So some of you could be dealing with the pregnancy around mid-month, and so that's your focus. And you could be pregnant with the Sun card in your position and position representing you with this energy. But the Sun card is also feeling more vibrant, feeling more confident, getting your energy back, taking your power back, kind of just focusing more on having a little bit of fun, focusing more on doing things that you love to do. And it can also represent traveling, or traveling to be with friends or family, or shifting course also comes up with this card. And again, starting something that you're passionate about, you and you alone. Okay, and it's definitely a card that talks about success and celebration and attaining a goal, enjoying yourself very much, definitely with this energy. In your environment, we have the Page of Wands. So another card about, fire sign. The Page of Wands talks about communication, online communication. So again, if you're partnered up with a fire sign in a romantic way or in a business sense, or this is a very close friend to you, I feel like there's a lot of online communication going on, not face-to-face communication, okay? Or direct in-person communication, because the Page of Wands also talks about online communication. Very good news coming your way, people asking you out, good news about children with the Page of Wands, invitations to travel, job opportunities that ask you to travel, or opportunities to take your business to foreign lands or online with this Page of Wands. And it is good news about work, good news about whatever it is that you're passionate about. So if you're passionate about getting your money in order and bringing in more money, then it's good news about that, okay, even though it's not a pentacle card. Just because you're passionate about it, that's the trait of the Page of Wands. If it's love you're working on, this is good news about that. It could be good news from your partner, loving messages, passionate messages. It could be invitations to travel and meet, or it could be a very social energy where a lot of people are trying to get your attention, or people are asking you out a lot on dates or just to socialize with this Page of Wands. But ultimately, it's really, really good news on the way, getting to you around third week of the month, let's say. In your hopes and fears, we have the Six of Cups. So for some of you, children are on the mind with this energy, okay? You hope to be pregnant, or you hope to have a child, or you hope that your child's okay. It could be that, okay? Maybe you have to run some tests to make sure that everything's fine with the baby, with the pregnancy, okay? And you hope for things to go well. This could also be hoping for someone to come back from the past. But with the Seven of Cups, if this is a water sign for you, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, that you have history with, that, your relationship has been a bit of an ordeal and up and down a lot. The Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups, for some of you, remember it's a general reading, but for some of you, it does talk about living in a fantasy and being tied down to that fantasy, but in reality, they're not going to come back, okay? So you're going to know who this applies to, okay, if it is for you or not. If it makes absolutely no sense to you, then it just doesn't apply to you, and that's all that that talks about. And for those of you, this does talk about being afraid that things are not going to work out and you're going to have to go back to a previous situation. And in the outcome position, we do have the Devil card. The Devil card is a major arcana card. It is your energy. It is the card of Capricorn. So for those of you working really hard on bringing things back to you, it could just be as simple as that, okay? Experiencing lots of personal triumph and working on yourself quite a bit, okay, with the Devil card. For those of you, the Devil card does talk about excess. So, you know, it is the end of the month. So holidays and celebrations and partying. So just be mindful that you don't go overboard with the partying, with the drinking, with the eating, whatever this is for you. Make sure that you don't go overboard. You'll be absolutely fine. The Devil can also talk about a focus on material things, maybe presents, exchanging presents, and enjoying that. Okay, it could just be something like that. It doesn't have to be bad all the time. And for others of you, maybe you're dealing with the Capricorn towards the end of the month, and maybe this person is a bit overbearing. Although I don't have any of the cards talking about another Capricorn, so it's just, if it means anything to anyone, I feel like it's going to be for a very few of you. And the Devil usually talks about, you know, just not thinking so much, not worrying so much about details and consequences, okay, and just indulging or overindulging. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you try and keep it in moderation, okay? So overall, it looks like a good month, okay? Very positive news, new events, new energies coming in, new life perhaps, job changes for the better, or career changes for the better, starting your own business for some of you, absolutely, new relationships happening, for others of you, moving happening, okay, for some of you, and definitely leaving something difficult behind. So that's beautiful, and bringing things back to you. And let's look at your oracle cards. So for career and finances, anything to do with the home, education, we have Indriel. You are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. So this is just saying that for some of you, if you are starting a new business, I feel that it's going to be a business in the service of others, or trying to help others, trying to provide support for others. This is also a card that talks about a spiritual business, working in the esoteric realm, let's say, okay, with this energy. This could also come up for those of you who are taking on a teaching position or anything to do with teaching, training, guiding, comes up with this energy. And also healing comes up with this card. And a sense of, again, taking things into your own hands. You have a purpose, and it's time for you to pursue your purpose as opposed to just helping others pursue theirs, okay? For love life, we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Now, this doesn't have to be anything nasty, okay? I feel like it talks about those of you living in a bit of a fantasy land, about, you know, over something or someone coming back from the past. This is saying that you may be deceiving yourself. Try to keep your ground, the ground under your feet, okay? Try to be realistic and see things for what they are. There's nothing wrong with hoping that someone comes back, as long as we don't long for that, as long as we don't dwell on that, because then we become tied down to that and we cannot move forward. And it's very, very difficult and very painful. Further, this feels like if you are meeting anyone new, it's just that stage where you're trying to impress that person or they're trying to impress you. So enjoy it and have fun. At the same time, you know, keep your head on your shoulders, and as time goes by and you get to know each other better, just try to match what they say to what they do. And if it doesn't match, then, you know, this is someone who could be a trickster, or someone who is going overboard with their stories, okay? And this is also saying, don't hold yourself back for fear of what's going on. Don't hold yourself back and stay in a situation that does not serve you and kind of, you know, make excuses for it. Look at things for what they are and make choices accordingly. For health and well-being, we have home help. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage to ask for and accept help from you, the angels, and others in matters regarding my family and home. So for health and well-being, family is a focus. So I feel starting a family or expanding a family So a focus on children does come up for a lot of you. And the health of your children, I feel, or the health of your family. It feels like, you may be worried about someone in the family, someone's health. But again, if this is the case, don't fret over it. Try to get the facts, okay? Just go run some tests or anything like that. Or have someone visit them at home. Could also be coming up with this, a home visit type thing if they're being difficult and they don't want to see the doctor. And just get the information you need. I feel like things are going to be okay. I feel like there's not, there's nothing to worry about. I don't have any negative cards in here except in your thoughts. So that's just worrying over it. And for others, this is saying, your home is going to be your safe place. Or spending time with your family and your friends is going to help your health, okay? It relieves stress and help calm you down and bring some fun into your life, okay? So that's definitely a good thing to do when it comes to your health and well-being. And your overall advice for the month is alchemy. You have the Midas touch right now. Every project you begin turns to gold. So definitely some new beginnings happening, okay, that you're taking things into your own hands with, whether it's walking away from a relationship and starting something new, or starting a new way of seeing relationships and what you need in relationships, or you're starting your own business. You do have the Midas touch. You can make it a success, is what this card is telling you. As long as you use your resources, you put your confidence into it, and you pursue your vision, you don't hold yourself back, okay? Whatever you start turns to gold. That's pretty self-explanatory. But the key is for you to believe in it, believe in yourself, believe that you can do it, and move forward fearlessly, okay? That's how you manage success. That's how you find success this month, especially. And trust your ideas. Take a chance on your ideas. Also comes up with this card. And it's also saying that no matter what goes on in the month for you, you can make it whatever you want to be. So you can make it better. You can fix a situation. You can heal a situation. You can come up with ideas. You can come up with options. You do have the Midas touch, okay? So overall, it does look like a really good month, okay, I would say. Let me know how these cards make sense to you, if they apply to you. Thank you very much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed the reading, and I hope that it helps you. Thank you very much for your support. I truly appreciate it. Have a wonderful month, happy holidays, and a fantastic new year, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.